Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brick Country. Mason here. Today, we're going to Atlanta BrickCon. Let's go.
So I'm here at Atlanta BrickCon today. This place is massive. I couldn't believe how big it was when I got here. They have this huge locomotive out front when you first walk in. It's so long, I can't imagine how long it must have taken to build such a massive build. And look at all those black pieces. It's incredible with the nice piston detailings. And if you look at the coal car when we get there, there's even studs to represent the rivets that the actual train would have. This thing, I just can't describe how massive this thing is. It's incredible. Got some nice detailing on the back, and it's just amazing. Here we have a build by the Studgineer. He built the U.S. Capitol building top. It's really, really big. This is really cool. I love how they did the dome effect, and there's not many gaps in like cracks on the side. It really is just smooth. You got the nice statue detailing on top, and all these columns, which are really ornate, those were really cool to see. But look at that. There's barely any gaps in this curvature. Truly a great build. The castles had to be my favorite part of the convention. They were so cool. Look at this one. It's got archery range, a sparring area, and even a jousting tournament going on. The castle itself, though, was massive. You can see it in comparison to these tents out front. Got some nice tree detailing and some groundwork, even like a place to put horses. But look inside. It's crazy. It was fully detailed, almost like a town inside. You can see where you enter over there. And it was fully detailed. Minifigures, it was like a full alleyway. It was really, really cool. And the detailing on the side of the walls was really cool too. With the mixed in dark stone gray bricks for added detail. Massive set. On the other side of the wall, there was this troll horde attacking. A really cool waterfall with the net technique to get that effect. Some river with some ducks over there. A bunch of barrels for this like marketplace. Some fish hanging out. It was really cool seeing all the detail put in this place. Around here, there was a harbor with that winter CMF minifigure. He has like a full ship over there. This nice big stable house and tons of colorful buildings. There's even like a little shipyard and some statues. And really, this place was just so detailed and massive. I can't explain how massive this castle was. There's some fun little details up front with a reference to the original Yellow Castle. And some really, really nice water detailing over here. Some docks. And here's the main entrance to the harbor where I was saying that winter CMF was. This thing is so, so cool. I love how they use the light tan for the paths and all the dirt areas as well. And there was so many minifigures in this build. I wonder what the actual count was. It must be crazy big. Here's the archery range I was telling you about in the beginning. All these minifigures. Here's some more detail at the jousting arena and the sparring area. Look at that angle. Really cool. Nice spears and stuff. Truly an amazing castle build. There was a really cool display by SC Bricks. They had this train going around the entire place with nice detailing on the tracks and several custom skyscrapers. You can even see there's like a Ninjago dragon perched up top. This thing was massive as well. Well, everything in this convention was massive. It goes around the whole area, you can see. Some nice crane and all sorts of neat details. It's holding up an SC Bricks sign, and I like it in blue. Over here is a train bridge that they made as well. Their train display was amazing. It's so long as well. This train system is crazy. There's so many cars, I lose track. They had 2 trains running around the place at the time. It was really cool. Over here, you might recognize these builds from LEGO Masters Season 2. You got some tree people playing these very nice and organic looking musical instruments. I especially love the trees all around these characters. They're so detailed. I like the hair on this guy with all the flower pieces. And you can actually see the designer, LEGO Master Steven, in the background of this shot. Over here, is another castle, but this one Steven actually designed as well. It's Black Falcons themed, and it opens up almost like a dollhouse or like the Lion Knight's castle set. It's really cool. Past that, you know the City of Lanterns Monkey Kid set? Well, he supersized it, and it was so cool to see. It's all lit up, got a nice bonsai tree coming out the side, and it was really cool to see all these LEGO Master builds in person.
I did. I heard that. Yeah.
Here we have a build by the other LEGO Master, Mark. This is a really cool Rock Raiders themed build. Got some custom vehicles inspired by the original sets. I love the rock work on this set especially. He did a really good job. There was these really interesting creatures built out of Legos over here. You got like a bat, a water dragon, and over here you got a really cool dragon with these like blade pieces for wings. Beside that, you have some man-eating plant-like creatures and this giant centipede, which was really cool. Past that was a cool but odd monster, and then past that, there was this really nice vegetation stands for these dragon monster-like creatures. Over here is a more elegant-looking one, which uses the original Bounty Ninjago set fabric pieces for wings. This dragon, though, is my favorite, which used minifig flippers, you heard me right, flippers for scales on a dragon. It was crazy. This is a Mickey, almost like picture that was made of cheese wedges, so depending on which way you looked at it, it would make the picture of Mickey in that angle, which was cool. Next up is a really cool castle design. I love how these houses, though, outside it, they remind me a lot of the medieval blacksmith shop set, which is one of my personal favorites. I love the details, though, on this stable out front with the burgundy roof. It was very nice. The castle itself, though, was highly detailed with nice archer slots, with the walls being masonry bricks mixed in with like these different brown shades and some studs almost poking out. There's also some ingots to add that little chipped look, and it was really cool to see. This one was a Dragon Knight themed faction of a castle, and it was really cool. I haven't seen that many Dragon Knights in one place in a long time. The designer Corey was telling me he'd been amassing them for quite some time, and was telling me ways I could amass my own army of Black Falcon Knights, which is my personal favorite faction of the Knights. There was nice inner detailing. You can see the tiled off in brown roofs and walkways, and the interior had some nice stone details. I like how it's almost cut open where you can see inside on that tower. You see some staircases and stuff, and the pathways were very highly detailed. I loved that probably most of all, of the detailing in this landscape, that is. The castle, though, was obviously the centerpiece. Over here, there were some really, really cool mechs. They were almost cyberpunk-ish. This one has like a really big gun, some swords, and they were all in these really neat poses. My favorite, though, is this one over here that almost looked like something out of Transformers. There was this giant jet with like some missile launchers, and it was really cool to see. It was also very intimidating in size. Got a missile pod on the shoulder and another blaster cannon on the side. It was really cool. There was also this big, almost black one beside it. It got these like hands almost on the side. I didn't get that one as much, but it was cool in design process and parts usage. There's some two smaller mechs on the side as well. But this one, it was really interestingly shaped. But the little ones were also highly detailed with these almost spikes coming off. There were two Mars mission builds at this convention. The larger one I'll talk about in another video, but I really liked this one. It was smaller, but much deeper. It had a full underground section, which I really liked. You can also see the depth changing. This one down here was more Power Miners themed on the right, and the left was more Mars mission themed with a ton of aliens and big creatures. In the middle, though, they had a lot of Power Miner stuff, with an elevator shaft almost. Some guy finding some rock monsters. Got one of the little vehicles over there, and that guy has some dynamite trying to stop those. And this guy clearly hit the jackpot. But I love all the color scheme. It was really cool to see. They also had this really highly detailed Encanto house. I especially love the roof design on this set. While we're on Disney, they also had a Rapunzel's Tower with the Flynn Rider minifigure and it was so tall. It was crazy. You guessed it, another castle, but this one has a twist. It's Vampire Knight themed. You can see he used a lot of the original, but also the new CMF one to make a really intimidating vampire army. The ground detailing was really cool. The castle itself had an almost ruins feel to it, but obviously it's been upkept by the vampires. There was this massive roller coaster there as well in the red color scheme. It was really cool to see this thing ripping around. The structure was very sturdy with these like Technic beams running all through it, and I loved how the track bent in ways that you wouldn't think the normal track system would work, but they managed to achieve it with these really cool angles, and it was also Tron themed, so that was pretty cool.
I will still do the redesign, raising one ramp level higher.
Probably the most impressive thing there to me was New Hiroshima. It's massive and so highly detailed that I'm going to dedicate a future video solely to this one, so I'll focus on other things in this video. They had a really nice classic space layout with an original monorail. You can see it with the nice track pieces there. There's this big crater with nice rockwork, tons of Blacktron stuff, maybe some Mtron, I don't know all the space references. They even had a McDonald's though, I found that funny. There was a Pandora mock there that I like how it incorporated all the sets as well. You can see you have the jungle of Pandora, the R.D. Sampson flying overhead, and more to your right, we have the Way of the Water based builds and sets. Some nice jungle details over here. You can see the Tree of Souls right here, I believe it's called. And some nice minifig details and stories as the Na'vi are fighting some soldiers. The Way of the Water area was really cool. How the water was almost cut off to add a nice coral reef and tons of details in there. Like I said, I love how they incorporated the sets so nicely into this mock. Okay, this is the last castle, I promise. I love castles so much though. There was this nice ocean-based one right beside the ocean. Had this nice village beside it. I love how they did the thatched roofs. They had a grain field, nice waterfall, tons of tree details. It was really cool. The castle itself though was very tall. I especially loved though how it had a bridge going over to a separate tower. But the main tower itself was way taller than me. Had some nice archer holes and tons of detail in the castle. You can see there was even a spinning windmill though over in the village. Nice trees, nice path. This was a really solid display. So for the rest of this week, I will be posting solely about the incredible builds there at Atlanta BritCon. I'm excited to take a more in-depth look at some of my favorite builds there. See you guys later. Farewell.